In a far-off galaxy, there was a very small asteroid called B612. On it lived a boy known as the Little Prince. Every day he went about his chores, cleaning his 3 volcanoes, pruning the hedges, and digging out the roots of pesky baobab trees, which, if left unattended, might just turn his asteroid into a jungle. The Little Prince liked to keep his asteroid tidy because he never knew when a visitor might come. But that day never arrived. And so, the Little Prince lived all alone on the asteroid, hoping one day he would find adventure and excitement, but most of all, a friend. But one day, just as he was about to start his chores, he noticed something was different. Something was growing. Something new. The Little Prince didn't know what it was, but there was only one way to find out. And so, the Little Prince went about his chores, cleaning out the volcanoes, trimming the hedges, cutting the roots of the baobab trees. And because he was so busy, he didn't notice the little shoot growing into a pretty flower.
"Hello,"
said the flower.
"What's your name?"
"The Little Prince."
"It's nice to meet you. I am Rose. Will you be my friend?"
The Little Prince and Rose would sit and talk for hours and share jokes, sometimes into the night. The Little Prince was pleased he finally had a friend, and Rose was pleased she had a friend too. One day, when he returned from his chores, he saw Rose was not her usual self. Instead of standing up straight, her face was pointed to the sun. She was tired and bent over.
"Where were you?"
"I've been busy. I have lots of chores to do."
"But what about me? I need water. I have no legs to fetch it. I need you to help me." "Isn't this life wonderful?"
But the Little Prince didn't think so. He still longed for adventure and excitement, and to see different places. He was becoming bored of his tiny asteroid.
"Do you suppose anyone lives over there? I wonder what they're like."
"But we don't need anyone else. We have each other."
The Little Prince felt trapped, and so that night while Rose slept, he went to the far end of the planet, which wasn't very far at all, and he started to run as fast as he could, past the 3 volcanoes, past the hedges, past the baobab roots, past Rose, and leapt right off the edge and into space. He thought about Rose, and he remembered what she had said to him. But the Little Prince was too excited by his new adventure and told himself Rose would be fine. And when the rain came, she would get plenty of water. There were no people, nor were there any volcanoes, hedges, or baobab roots. There was, however, a terrible mess and litter everywhere.
You there! Who are you?
"Oh, I'm the Little Prince. I live on an asteroid far away, over there."
Oh, well, you're here now.
"Where are the people?"
There aren't any, apart from you and I. And as I'm king of this planet, that means I now have someone to rule over.
"What does rule mean?"
It means you have to do whatever I say. Now get to work and tidy this place up. It's filthy. Come on, chop chop.
"But this isn't my mess."
Then who do you suppose made it?
"Well, since you were the only person here before I arrived, it must have been you."
Insolence!
shouted the king, as he told the little prince that if he gave him any more cheek, he would banish him from his kingdom forever. The little prince gave this some thought. He'd been happier on his little asteroid with Rose. If he stayed here with the bossy king, it would mean having to take orders and tidy up even more than usual. And so he said,
Fine. Tidy up your stupid planet yourself, Your Majesty. Friends, don't give each other orders.
He floated until a second planet came into view. It was different from the first and looked as though it was covered in mirrors.
Oh, yes, that is lovely. How smart, how dashing, how incredibly handsome. Ah, a person.
Who else lives here?
No one, just me. Which I'm pleased about because if there was anyone else, they would just want to borrow my clothes, and I won't allow that, do you hear?
Although the little prince thought the man was odd, he thought he should try to get to know him. Maybe they could be friends.
I'm the little prince. I come from a planet far away over there.
Does my bum look big in this? It's these trousers, isn't it? Do you think they match this shirt? Maybe I should try the red tie.
The little prince realized the man wasn't interested in anything he had to say. He was only interested in himself and how he looked.
Oh, yes, that's better, don't you think?
You don't care, do you? About me? About anyone but yourself.
Of course I care. Now you're here, I've got someone to admire me and give me compliments. Go on, you know you want to.
What? No.
Go on, just a little one. Tell me how I look handsome in my new jacket. Wait a minute and I'll go put it on for you.
Real friends don't expect to be complimented all the time.
Oh, don't go! Not before you tell me which you prefer! The black or the dark blue?
The little prince started to wonder if all the planets have strange people on them, and if he would ever find a new friend. On the next planet, there wasn't a single person in sight. The little prince thought he'd had enough of people. He already had a friend that was a flower, so surely he could have a friend that was a fox.
Will you be my friend?
I suppose. But only if you tame me.
What does tame mean?
It means you will have to get me to trust you. Because I'm a wild animal, and I bite.
Will you bite me?
Yes, probably.
Why?
I'm a fox. It's what I do. I can't help it. It's my nature.
But I don't want to be bitten.
That's why you have to tame me. To stop me from doing it.
And how long will that take?
To tame a fox? I don't know. I've never tamed one before. But I'd say maybe 2 or 3 months, maybe longer.
Can't you just try not to bite me and we can see how we get along?
I don't really care, though. You're just a little boy, and I have no need for you. I'm just a fox. And you have no need for me either.
I do need a friend.
Don't you have any?
Just one. Rose. She's a flower.
I have no need for a flower either. I do have need for some sausages, though. Do you have any?
Sorry, no.
So off the fox wandered, presumably to get some sausages. The little prince thought about Rose, all alone. He was starting to miss his friend.
Rose?
Help me. Why did you leave me?
To find a friend.
But am I not your true friend?
The little prince realized Rose had never bossed him about like the king, nor had she expected him to compliment her all the time, and he knew he could trust her not to harm him unlike the fox.
I'm sorry, Rose. Can you forgive me?
He hugged her to keep her warm and told her he would be responsible for her and take care for her as long as she needed him. Thanks to Rose, the little prince had learned a valuable lesson, that if you live life for others and not for yourself, people will see the good in you and you will always, always have a friend.
Pied Piper of Hamelin. Hamelin, a small town in Germany, was facing a big problem. There were rats and rats running here, there, everywhere.
What are we gonna do? The rats have made our lives miserable. We are scared to eat anything in case they have already had a bite. Ugh.
I'm afraid that they will bite my little baby when it is asleep, the wretched things.
I can't even sleep myself, dreading when they will decide to taste me.
We must meet the mayor and ask him to do something about it. This cannot go on. It is his responsibility to see that the town is rid of these pests.
So the people of Hamelin went to meet the mayor.
Sir, as you know, our city has been overrun by rats. There are more rats now than people. We are really, really scared for our children as well as ourselves. You have to do something about this problem immediately.
Well, we've tried making the cats go after the rats, but the rats are so many that the cats are not able to catch them all.
So can't we do anything? Is there no way our city can get rid of the rats? Will we always live with the fear of rats making our lives hell?
No, of course not. I'm going to have a meeting with all the ministers this afternoon. Don't worry, we'll find a way to drive those pests from our city.
A funny-looking man with a funny-looking hat and carrying a long pipe walks up to the mayor's office.
I wish to see the mayor.
Off with you! Some cheek you have just to come and ask to see the mayor. You must book an appointment, and only if the mayor agrees can you see him.
Well, I thought the mayor would be very happy to see someone who can solve the rat problem of this city. But if the mayor is so busy, I guess I better go away.
What did you say? You can solve the rat problem?
That's right. I can make all the rats in the city vanish. And that too, without the help of cats.
Are you serious?
I don't have time to waste on jokes. If the mayor has no time to see me, then I'll be on my way.
Wait. Let me talk to the mayor. Maybe he could see you for a few minutes to hear what you have to say.
The officer rushes to the mayor.
What is the matter? Why are you barging in like this? Don't you know I'm having an urgent meeting?
Sorry to disturb you, sir, but there is a young man outside who says he can get rid of all the rats in the city.
Get rid of the rats? What are you waiting for? Call him in. Let's see what he can do.
The Pied Piper was brought in to meet the mayor.
What is this I hear? You can get rid of all the rats in Hamelin.
That's right.
You seem very confident. Well then, go ahead and do it.
For that, you have to give me 1,000 gold coins. Do you agree?
1,000 gold coins? That's a very big amount. And how do we know you'll be able to do it?
I do not agree with you, sir. I think it is a very small price to pay for getting rid of all the rats that have made all your lives so wretched.
Let us give him a chance to prove what he says. There doesn't seem to be anything else that we can do.
All right, prove that you can get rid of all the rats in this town and you shall be rewarded. But remember, there should not be a single rat left.
Don't you worry, sir. By tomorrow, the city of Hamelin will be free of the rat menace.
The next morning, before the sun was up, a strange sound was heard by the people of Hamelin, coming from the pipe of the strange man. And when they came out of their houses, what an extraordinary sight met their eyes. Rats of all kinds, big, small, fat, and thin, were all following the Pied Piper.
I can't believe my eyes. How is that man getting all the rats to come out and follow him?
As the Pied Piper walked, the rats kept following him. He walked through all the roads and lanes with more and more rats coming behind him. Finally, the Pied Piper made his way to the river, and as he stood on the bank playing his pipe, the rats all jumped into the river and were swept away. Before the sun came up, the city of Hamelin was rid of all the rats.
Come one, come all. Here, here, here. The rats are gone. We can now live without fear.
All the people in the town were very happy and sang and danced with joy. Soon, the Pied Piper came to see the mayor again.
Well, sir, I have done what I promised. There are no more rats in Hamelin. So, please give me the 1,000 gold coins that you promised.
1,000 gold coins for a 15-minute job? You must be out of your mind, young fellow. Some audacity you have to ask for such a big sum for playing your pipe for a few minutes.
This is not right. You are breaking a promise you made.
Oh, come on, young fellow. You really think you deserve 1,000 coins? Here, take these 50 gold coins, and that's all you're going to get.
Sir, as the mayor of the city, you should not go back on your word. You will be setting a very bad example for the people of the city.
Okay, here's another 50 coins. Now off with you. I shall not give you anything more.
The Pied Piper was very angry. He walked away in a huff, and as he reached the door, he turned to face the mayor again.
You have cheated me. You shall pay for it.
Oh, really? The rats have all drowned in the water, and I don't think even you can bring them back to life. Pay for it? Indeed. Now get lost and don't waste my time.
You are indeed very smart, sir. You have solved the rat problem and saved the money of the city. Even getting cats would have cost more.
And so the Pied Piper went away a very angry young man. The mayor was very pleased with himself. The city of Hamelin had no more rats, and it was all done with just 100 gold coins.
Well, dear people of Hamelin, our problem is over. Let's get back to leading our lives normally again.
However, the next morning, a strange whistling sound was heard in Hamelin, and before the people could realize what was happening, all the children rushed out of their homes and started following the Pied Piper.
What is happening? What is this man doing?
In front of their astonished eyes, their children just kept following the Pied Piper, far, far away from their town.
Come on, that fellow is leading our children away. We have to go and save them.
The people of Hamelin rushed after the Pied Piper and the children, but they seemed to have just vanished.
Where has that rogue taken our children? Where have they all gone?
The people looked everywhere, but there was no sign of the children. Finally, they spotted little Tim, who was lame, sitting by the roadside.
I did follow the Pied Piper, like all the other children did. He was playing such beautiful music that we just couldn't stop ourselves from following him. But I couldn't go so fast, so I got left behind.
Yes, but where are the other children?
You see that mountain? When the Pied Piper reached there, it just seemed to open up, and everybody went inside. Before I could reach, the mountain closed again.
The people of Hamelin were very, very sad and went to the mayor.
What you did was very wrong, sir. You should have given the Pied Piper what you had promised him. He has taken his revenge in such a cruel manner. Will we ever see our children again?
The mayor sent his men far and wide to search for the children, but never again were they ever seen again. The homes in Hamelin wore a deserted and gloomy look. The people were missing the laughter and cheer of the children.
We were all wrong. We should not have supported the mayor. When he had promised 1,000 gold coins, we should have made sure that he gave the 1,000 gold coins. It does not matter how long the Pied Piper took to get rid of the rats. He did what he promised, but we failed to keep our promise. We are all responsible for cheating him, and we shall live to regret this.
It was a long time before the homes and streets of the city of Hamelin were filled with the cheer of children, but it was a lesson the people never forgot.